Yeah, tweaking that bench, man.
What's that playing, boy?
You know, I think bringing CJ back is important at a lower price. I think
Come on,
bringing
little
CJ
twin.
back
Chill out, chill, little twin.
at a lower price.
Bro, Magic jersey is fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at their lineup. Like,
oh my goodness, bro.
Point guard position 6'7". Your 2 and your 3 is smaller than him. So they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do at the 1, 2, 3 because Kuminga is the 3. You go 6'7" at the point, 6'5" at the 2, 6'3" at the 3. So Kuminga's gonna be in one of those positions, and they're trying to figure out who the other 2 starters are. Daniels is there for defense. Do you upgrade that and get a guard who can really fire it? Or do you keep it? Or do you keep it shooting guard?
I know you scared, I know you scared to shoot.
You got to figure out what you're going to do with him. Is his development on point? Is he behind as a shooting guard? I think Kuminga, Johnson, Oneka.
Bobby don't slap 5 on your bitch ass, boy.
Right there guaranteed for me at the 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Right? I can't be guaranteed with Daniels, but my shooting guard has to be a pure.
We did it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I get it.
You also got Alexander Walker.
I go get a commitment.
Yeah, I don't want him to be a scorer. I need him to be a shooter because Johnson seems like he is that all-around, like LeBron type of player where score, rebound, assist, like he seems like just give him the ball and he's going to make everything happen. So, I just need a off guard who can shoot, and that could be CJ, but he's getting up there. But it might be Zach.
You also have Nickeil Alexander-Walker there too, is under contract for.
But that's my shooting guard right now. That's 6'5". So do I keep him at the 2? So I do, and then I remove CJ, bring him off the bench. Like, it's between those 3 that who's gonna have those 2 spots.
Because what I saw Dyson Daniels do last night to Giannis, defensively, I was like, yeah, you got to find space for him on your roster.
For Daniels?
Yeah. Man,
if he was 6'5", I would be like, yeah, I'm good. But at 6'7", that's different. Like, it's like, them 2 inches help you out so much because you can guard 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, he did it last night. He was making Giannis get off. Giannis thought he was going to bring that ball up the floor. Motherfucker meeting him at 3/4 court, making him pick that bitch up and get off of it. And yeah, he trying to dribble that bitch in the half court, and he's bothering him. He trying to post up. He making him catch the ball where he wanted him to catch it. I was like, okay, young fella.
If CJ was younger, just 3 years younger, CJ at the 2 with Daniels. And you have Kuminga, Johnson, Oneka. Ooh, that's a good team. You got the athleticism, you got the lockdowns, you got all the switching you need. Very athletic all across the board. That'd be a nice team to grow.
The Hawks have some good problems. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Good problems to figure out. And a lot of money to figure
out. Go get you a Corvette.
They don't even have nobody for KD, dog. Like.
Last topic of the day before we
my
take
fault,
off.
My fault, little
The
twin.
team raised some eyebrows when they announced a special promotion planned for their March 16th game against the Magic. The night will be Magic City Monday as the team pays homage to the famed strip club, which has become a cultural institution in Atlanta. So to celebrate Magic City, Hawks are planning a night filled with food, including the club's famous lemon pepper wings named after Lou Williams. We've also listed T.I. to perform at halftime. Magic City celebrated its 40th anniversary with a 5-part Stars docuseries, which was produced by Hawks principal owner Jamie Gertz and Atlanta native Jermaine Dupri. Fans appear on board with the celebration. Beginning prices reportedly soared from $10 to nearly $100 for the game after the announcement was made. So, what's your reaction to the Hawks doing a Magic City Monday promotion?
Only in Atlanta, man. Only in Atlanta. Is it gonna be strippers there though?
No word if.
Hey guys, see, it ain't Magic City then. It ain't Magic City then.
Yeah, they're getting ready for after the game. They're getting ready for the post game, Nick.
Instead of cheerleaders, you have strippers for the halftime show.
Oh, still kids there, Nick. Still got kids there, Nick.
Can your kids
What's the difference? What's the same outfit? Just put them in the same outfit.
It's a different dance routine. It's a different dance routine. Can't have little Johnny at the game. Can't have little Johnny. Hey, you can't have little Johnny at the game going back right now on his school report.
Yo, his daddy should be like,
what's the whole game, little Johnny? Little Johnny going them over. They bought a pole out and the girl was dancing and my daddy was smiling like.
Yeah, if your daddy, think about it. Hey, son, we gonna go to Magic City, this Magic City game. You take your son there for that. Like, I'm gonna tell you what's
Magic
birds and the bees, right? It's when birds and bees at.
Daddy, what's Magic City where business get done?
Hey, have you ever seen the Hawks dances? Those are the girls we tried out for Magic City, didn't make it. Or they had a contest, just a little bit. Right, or they did get they college tuition. They became the Hawk dancers. It's the same group. It's the same group. It's the same group. Just one that graduated a little bit. Listen, Atlanta. That's what Atlanta is known for.
So that how you come, little twin? All right, bet.
They could take a $10
Bet, twin. Bet, little twin.
$100. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but if you was in Atlanta on draft day 2 years ago, it was in the arena.
I told Doug, bro.
And
I told Doug, bro. Chat Doug, bro.
They didn't even know who they drafted because they was in there partying because I think Young Jeezy had a concert. So it was Young Jeezy's concert first.
My life.
And then the draft pick was next. Everybody left on.
Chat, we still got a mommy on the team.
They
We
did
got
not
Lilies.
care. They did not care. They didn't want to hear nothing about Zakir Shashir in that arena. It was filled up before the #1 draft pick came on. Because of the
I didn't even bring him up.
yeah, so they was doing a draft party.
I know.
And he was performing, and then when the performance was done, he was getting ready for the draft, everybody left.
But we just talked about Atlanta's future, and nobody said that name once. Stop being.
Research check.
So you're when it comes to partying, that's what the city knows.
And then leave it to the white man that ain't got nothing to do with him to try to get the lead account to these people's shit. Right?
Okay, that was the next question. Luke Cornett,
white man that's playing boring ass San Antonio. Take your ass down to the Riverwalk, man. Go get some tacos and some fucking guacamole down there. It's wonderful. I love
You seen the strippers in
Wait
San
about the
Antonio?
league, chat.
Yes, I have.
And
how do they compare to Magic City?
Obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously not. If it ain't snowing, I ain't going. Pick up solid niggas don't like that type of snow, but that's why you don't go.
They had a night in San Antonio, trust me. They had a night in
You got
San
that lead.
Antonio.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes, well, San Antonio had a good one, but it ain't Atlanta. But leave it to the white man to try to ruin. Leave it to the white man to try to ruin the black man's fun. It ain't got nothing to do with you, Karen.
Bro, ain't no way he actually
Right.
worried about that girl who died.
You don't know,
This man
Atlanta.
was really that horny.
He wrote a letter that I like to encourage the league. It's always the
Al Horford second the letter. Al Horford second.
Here's another white man too. That's the white one.
Dominican. He's Dominican.
No black. You no black.
He's Dominican.
He said that, no gap.
so what did he say? What was he complaining about?
Trying to get the league canceled. Yeah,
League doing a night promoting the premier strip club.
Want the league to step in and try to get them to cancel Atlanta's motherfucking Magic tonight.
Tell him why. Tell him why, Joe. Go ahead and lead it off.
Al Horford's a different situation, though. He don't want his work out there like that.
When you found out that Magic City was a strip club, I think Luke Cornett, before you bash Magic City, you actually have to go and try it out.
Yo, chat.
What?
Should I restart?
You see what his messaging
Chat, why
was?
y'all doing?
Who cares?
Y'all are getting mad at people for saying they don't. Yo,
Ain't got nothing to do with your
yeah.
team, man. Mind your business.
Holy shit.
Bro, I'm like,
Did you not see what he was saying?
I don't care, Rashad, but once
What is his name,
again,
Rashad? Tell us. Since you want to tell us. What is that?
like,
Do you have
who
it?
cares?
I saw the snippet of I did read the whole letter. I found it to be.
Ain't got nothing to do with you, brother. It ain't for you. It ain't for you. It's for the
You
people
know what
around.
it's
It's for
for?
they
I want to
family.
hear
You
what
know
it's
what
saying.
it is.
Go say it.
Who was it for, child?
But Tech, it's my decision though.
It was for the women.
Okay, I got 3 daughters and a wife and a mom and a sister. Can somebody read like?
I know.
It's a long letter. It'll take too long.
It ain't that long, Joe. It's not that long.
Like
It's not that long.
you're trying to get the people, cows and women is important.
There, Joe.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
We don't know.
Ain't that what women always fight? You telling us we can't show our body shit? Ain't that some of the shit they fight for? You can control us, tell us what we can't wear and what we can't do.
So I'll read a snippet for you. It said the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Yeah, allowing this night to go forward without protest will reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society. So,
Well put. Well written. Cool. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
He also said, please join me in petitioning the Atlanta Hawks to cancel this promotion so as to ensure the NBA remains a safe, respectful, and welcoming environment for everyone.
And what did the Hawks say? They ain't doing what?
Well, strippers are people too, can you?
No, but what the Hawks say? But what did the Hawks say? The Hawks said we ain't canceling shit.
See you at Magic City Monday on
See you
March
at Magic
16th.
City Monday on Monday.
G.I. will be performing.
Oh, that court side gonna be crazy, bro.
Like, dude, like, ain't got nothing to do with you.
It ain't got nothing to do with you. Oh my God, the hypocrisy. That's your whole job is talking about shit that doesn't have nothing to do with you. What are you talking about? God, people are such hypocrites. They even listen to what they say.
How you're saying it is making it seem like you are looking down on them.
Yep.
How bigging up women, even though they are women also who work every single day. They just work in a field you probably don't like whatsoever. They have kids, mothers and sisters and daughters. Also, so it's one of those
And grandmom.
things where I get what you want to. I get you what you're trying to do.
Yeah. So mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Ain't got nothing to do with it. That's all.
You're cup of tea, but what you're fighting for, they're a part of that group too. They're just in the field that are not respected by a lot of folks, and you're showing that you don't respect that by saying we shouldn't
Yeah,
acknowledge.
go start a foundation.
Yeah, strippers are people too. This is only women. Like, what do the women think? You know, it's one of those. What do the women think? If women are out there working, then okay, that's But as men, we get out of this.
If we have any strippers in the chat, please let us know.
Not even sure. I was gonna ask you one. Babe, if you lived in Atlanta, would you be offended that the Atlanta Hawks are having a Magic City Monday?
What?
You lived
She's
in.
fine.
Oh, my bad. I forgot. She lived in Atlanta for 11 years.
Very good chicken wing from what I
And the words out of her mouth is just now, I love Magic City.
Step on the line once.
So,
I just love the degeneracy.
I might go, but
I don't give a shit
I'll
about
go get some weed.
But if anything happens to my
and
daughter,
Lou got
the girl you got with
Lou
you,
got a commercial out now. And Lou got a commercial out now.
Oh, yeah.
For Celebrity Cup of Wings. Let's go.
Degeneracy and lust.
Yeah, shout out to Lou Will, man. Capitalizing on the deal. That was dope. But hey, Lou, mind your business, man. It ain't got nothing to do with San Antonio Spurs nor you, bro. We get your intention. We do. Like, we understand your intentions, but this ain't got nothing to do with you. This is about fun. This is about Atlanta and Atlanta Hawks history. It ain't got nothing to do with San Antonio. So we understand. Like, we all for women. Like, I got 3 daughters, a mom, wife, sister. We for women's life. We get it. We also like strip clubs. Yeah.
Holy shit,
my
that
wife
is
just said,
insane.
it's not a brothel, it's a strip club.
We like brothels.
So, we
like that.
but yeah, it ain't. Yeah, we for it, bro. But hey, we frequent establishments, brother. And on that
Hard-working
note,
women, King. Hard-working.
oh, trust me.
Tax
Hey,
paying.
listen. I've helped in my day. Trust me, I didn't put some kids through daycare, private school. I probably didn't help them bail a couple loved ones out. Trust me. I helped put the TVs on the wall at DG. Hey, so when they closed down, it hurt my heart. So,
Distinguished gentlemen.
I'm talking about
Distinguished Gentlemen's Club. Shout out to everybody
I want to
that
address something. I want to address something.
God, if I ever go to a strip club,
And you got me all wrong.
to whether my intention is to throw money, oh my God, that pisses me off. Why the okay? If I ever go to a strip club for the intention of throwing money or the intention of
They think that a deal is
lust,
we go against
please take me, because at that moment I have fucking just lost everything in life. I'm just lost, completely lost.
I literally tell my team that I'm going out.
Holy shit! Just call a girl over. Just call a girl over, dang! Like,
Nor can I lose my stack, and then I blame them for dying. Okay? That's why I am. If I die with no gun and you didn't protect me, it's your fault. Right? I bait rage all across the board. Right? I don't
You still care about others. That's the problem. You still care about others.
Don't care.
Yo, deep down, you care a little bit. You care.
Now look at your decisions.
Nick.
These are my decisions.
All right, Nick. Is he on the watch? Is he on the watch?
My life is 54.
All right, man. It's real, y'all, man. I gotta go. Peace out. Hey,
Where you at? 8:30.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody here in the virtual arena. As you can see, we all love each other. Swaggy tapped out. You can see we all love each other. We may not always see eye to eye, always agree. But as long as the text keeps coming, near the first of every single month, we will keep bringing you your favorite basketball show. But this has been another episode of Gills Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all next week.
And what people show? You guys watch the Simpsons show? Oh, Simpsons. You guys are Simpsons, bro. Yeah, we Simpsons. I love Simpsons. I love the show Simpsons though. Such a great
yo, Israel, yo, that shit's crazy. They literally own the. It's crazy, bro. They own the.
No, Chad, this is not all.
Holy shit, that shit is insane. That's actually very scary.
We're gonna make you. You gonna make me.
I had it hard, but I beat the streets. How about the cops? Swing my blue. They probably a stopper, you know what I mean? I'm in this bitch from DDG. I told you playing for key. I told you niggas stop playing with me. I said them killers come lay when you sleep.
Episode 2.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little more serious. And I know I've been gone for a long time. I checked my channel, and I only posted about 6, 7 videos. So I'm trying to stay young. I'm trying to stay young. I'm 28 now. I don't know if y'all know. Some of y'all probably been subscribed to this channel for 10 years, probably. Or however long I had this channel. I think it's maybe like 8 or 9 years. And, maybe even longer. Probably like 11 years. It's been a long time, I'm 28 now. I'm almost 30, and I'm gonna shock you even more. Keep you married. Now, I don't know if this is something that y'all know, or if this is a surprise or a secret to y'all, but TT got married. Which obviously, as a brother, I'm happy for her. In general, she's the second one in our entire family in terms of siblings to get married. I know me, I have multiple failed relationships. I haven't been married, I haven't been engaged. So, I'm honestly very proud of her, and I look up to the fact that, she's able to cross that line. But the only thing that threw me off a little bit is that I didn't know that my sister was getting married. Like, I seen it online before I seen it in person. And I did talk to Aries. Aries called and he said that he wanted to propose to my little sister. And, I'm not like 28. You know what I mean? Aries been around for a long time. I never had to square with Aries in the alley or nothing. Or anything like that. Like, he's been around for a long time.
Tigger. Damn.
So, I obviously gave him his blessing to propose to my sister.
Gang, never gonna do it anyway, gang.
The only thing that threw me off is that, I didn't know they got married. It was a real quick ceremony. It was engaged for one day, and they got married the next day. So I haven't got a chance to talk to my little sister. So I called her over here to have a conversation with her, just to see, like, how marriage is going for her, and everything in between. And then just have like a man-to-man talk with Aries. Either way it goes, before we even get into this video, I need you to do me a favor, scroll down and like button. Can we please get 5,000 likes? It's crazy for me to ask, because I remember back in the day, used to be way more. So we're going to try to go up every single video. This video, 5,000 likes. Next video is going to be 10,000 likes. So on and so forth, okay? Scroll down, it costs you no money, no nothing, to like the video. Get 5,000 likes, okay? You back on YouTube.
Oh, they got a fire. Bob, stop. Wait, why can't they just go in a grocery store? They can go to a grocery store.
You can record. Who you saying?
You hear Larry going off on him last
okay. Oh, yeah? Y'all fancy because I got a camera? Can you do me a favor? Can you stay downstairs while I talk to my little sister? Me? Yeah.
He thinks I'm dangerous.
Yeah. I will.
You know we want flesh now, right? Don't say that F word with me.
Yeah, flesh.
Just sit right there. I basically just wanted to have a big brother talk with you.
Your nails are nice.
You got the shoot it.
I'm trying to get it done. I just wanted to have a big brother talk with you. I understand that you married and show them your rings. Did you do a diamond tester on it yet?
I have not. You have one?
I'm sure it's fake, but I was gonna say, TT, I want you to really, like, I want you to know that I'm happy for you, first of all. Like, it's not like the old times. I don't even want to say, like, old times, but, like, it's not like, you know how back in the day I used to be real, like, I used to be mean about your boyfriends, but Eric had
crazy.
But I changed. I realized as I got older that was childish. Aries has been around for a very long time. Even though me and him don't see eye to eye, obviously this is somebody that you love. But I just want to say, like, I just want to ask you, this is not me, like, thinking anything wrong or bad, but do you feel like it was rushed? Do you feel like y'all got married too quick, or do you feel like this is for sure the person that you want to be with?
This is 1,000% the person that I want to be with. And I don't think it was rushed. We've been together for 4 years.
4 years.
Almost 5. It's not rushed at all. You think it's rushed?
So you want me to like find like, you want me to like do a 20v1 with you and then some doctors and some lawyers? I can do that. Just so you can like really fill out if this is really somebody you want to be with. But if it's not, if you don't feel nothing,
Gang.
definitely the right person.
Gang, you ugly.
I don't think it's how it works.
These teams took anyone. My picks can make any game excited.
No, that's too
complicated. I don't have time like that. All you do is go more or less on your favorite players. You can lock in your lineup.
That one, you bitch ass mother. Ooh, I'm gonna.
Wrong again. My picks are available in.
Go in the rooms full of guys and see if they're better than my husband. You know?
So if you married to him, what does that make sense to me?
Your brother. That's your brother.
In-law.
That is your brother.
No, it's not.
How is that my brother?
In-law. In-law is your brother.
We are family. He is a part of the family. Like,
You better get that little shit out of here, boy. Your name Mortiz, ugly ass boy. Go back to Germany. I'm just playing, little twin.
Come on. Who's you?
Should I get him too? Or no?
No.
Oh, fuck, I knew it, bro. This motherfucker steals everything.
I don't really know if that's how it works.
My fault, little twin.
Hello? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me if this is true? Because I was talking to Kiki, and she told me that since
Stay down, gang.
Aries, that Aries is supposed to be my brother. I'm like, me and him don't. You not his mama, so how could that be my brother?
What you want to know? Is that your...
Yeah, it's Aries, his brother.
Yeah, I mean, Aries is his brother-in-law. Brother-in-law.
So now we're actually family. There's no choice. Like, we're family, regardless.
Yeah.
So that means I can take his phone, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, give it to you.
All right. I'm gonna take his phone. Mama said,
Why?
so how you gonna sit here and say that he's my brother, but you actually watch?
You just take it just because, just to see?
What do you mean? That's what I can do. Just like I can do with you.
Why don't you try to take his phone? Why won't you just try to hang out with him? Why won't you just try to go play basketball or something? Or do brotherly things? Why do you have to take his phone to be a brother?
But why since he's my brother, and I take your phone and you're my sister, what's the difference? He's younger than me. I can't take Dejan's phone because Dejan's older than me. But I can take Aries' phone, he's younger than me. Go tell him come in.
Aries! Come here! Look, am I supposed you want me to stay in here while you do it? Because maybe him seeing me may change his mind. Or if you want to give me his opinion.
My mama said you gotta give me your phone.
You look at me.
My mama said that you have to give me your phone. So give me your damn phone.
Me?
Yeah.
Because y'all brothers. Y'all are actual brothers,
If you don't give me your phone, I mean you don't want to be married to her. That's
not what that
That
means.
is what it means.
I don't think that's what they mean when
How
they say.
can you say you married to her and then you supposed to be my brother-in-law, but you don't want to do everything it takes to be there? Give me your phone.
What do you mean?
Give me your phone, man. You gotta call mom. Give me your phone.
Wait, what the? Wait. Hold on.
And then what? What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it? Am I on punishment? Am I in trouble? You just want it? Nah, I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Oh, hell no. What?
Just take mine.
I'm somewhere after this. I need my phone.
Mama said I can take your phone.
How do we know she said that?
Get out.
Me?
Both of y'all get out.
That's it. That's all you called us over here for. To take our phone. Because I'm thinking, I told him you were his brother. So
Yo, this dude is stupid, bro.
Like we could have did
but instead he wants to do this. I don't understand.
That actually does. I'm not even gonna lie. That makes my work to do. You don't have to.
I don't, but this is his room. You gotta respect his room. It's his home.
Okay, if I call mama, then y'all both gonna get in trouble. So get out my room.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's how
Get out of my room.
So me too? Or I stay?
Get out. Call me now.
How you gonna call us tomorrow? We don't have a phone.
Pay phone.
Yeah,
Find a pay phone, call. Write my number down. He can know my number by heart. And whenever I want to give you your phone back, I'll give you your phone back. But y'all need to reflect on why you got your phone taken.
How is it because we're married and in love? Is that why? Is that why our phone got taken?
I think you're supposed to be like more excited and like more happy that he found the love of her life and we'd be married and you know what I'm saying? It's official now. Like we could have like went out to dinner, you know what I'm saying? We could go-kart racing, something.
You're my brother, give me a hug.
Right.
That.
You don't get out, I'm gonna get both of y'all with.
I don't want to know what I don't want to know.
I don't think you can whoop me. I don't think that like that's.
You want me to whoop you or shoot you?
You know if you shoot at me, TT gonna jump in front of the bullet.
Oh yeah. Because we're one flesh.
We're just one person.
Stop saying flesh around me. Stop saying flesh.
We literally one flesh. So you shoot me in the butt, I'm gonna hit me and go to her.
Talking to God, just need my peace. All they want to beat the streets. How about the car? Swing my glue. He ain't probably a star, but he not me. I'm in this bitch with DDG. Told him we playing for keeps. I told you niggas stop playing with me. I sent them killers come lay when you sleep.
Call me if you can't call me. You got my phone.
We gotta be logical. We gotta be logical. Now let's go to jump.
And the Magic making a change here. The Silva's checked in. Now here's Capella. Pass to Durant. 5 on the clock.
Look at him, happy. What do you got for me? I'm starving. Like, bro, like, Chad, don't piss me. Bro, stop smiling, bro. What's so fucking smiling, bro? What you smiling for? Oh, happy and shit, because I'm about to give you food, bro. You gotta calm down, bro. Calm down, bro. Nah, yeah, I know what you're like, bro. Like, calm down, bro. Yo, jumping up and down and shit, bro. Relax, bro. I'm gonna give you striker.
Let's do it. Let's go shoot. Let's go shoot. Past my bedtime. Steve, no. Look.
I said, come on now. I said, my phone.
Pass my bedtime.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. Yeah. My name is Jason. I'm the director of Mind the Game, and I just wanted to thank everybody for coming tonight. I want to thank A24 for helping make this possible. We're so excited about this conversation, and that's literally all I have to say. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage
NBA
Steve
Youngboy.
Nash, LeBron James, and Timothy Chalamet for Mind the Game, everybody.
Thank you everyone for taking the time to be here. What a trip. What's going on right now? Yeah.
Let's start here. Marty's an incredible character. How did you relate and find a way into the character of being a New York City kid and growing up playing sports? So I don't want to answer for you, but how did you find this role and the connection to it?
That was exactly it. You know, majorly ambitious as a New York youth to find athletic greatness. The way these two men next to me found it. I never found it in my own life. But I had that aspiration, that Jose Alvarado, whatever you want to call it, that kind of, that dream big mentality, and a huge part. I mean, I can't even look LeBron in the face right now, you know, like, that his whole career, but really more than a game. 2009 documentary about LeBron in high school, his classmates and best friends. That was hugely impactful for me, man. That's the life I aspired to have. I didn't find it in athleticism, but I was able to find it in acting, and thanks to Josh, I found it in this role. I got to put it out there for the first time, you know.
I just gotta ask, like, how nice are you at ping pong?
Nicer than you.
Okay. Hey, shit, you don't know anything about my ping pong game. So let's start back at the beginning, because I think one thing that I'd love to do with our time here is, you know, Miami Game is a basketball podcast. One of the things that we always try to do is share our experiences to help fans, but also younger generation. And so I think for us it'd be nice to frame this conversation in a way like, what could a young basketball player take from your journey? Like where you started, how you came to acting, and then what were the stages where you like got drawn into it, got obsessed with it, your preparation, all the things that, the obsession, all those components of a career to get to the top. So could we start back in New York City, your childhood? What was it like starting out? And let's get to like your sporting background. I mean, you wanted to be a soccer player as a kid.
Yeah, well, I feel like you grew up in New York, and your personality is your armor. It's kind of like all you have, and I was definitely that crazy kid on the subway who had too much to express, you know. I wanted to be a soccer player. I wanted to be a basketball player. I didn't find my way into it. I went to LaGuardia High School, public arts high school in New York. I definitely found my way there. You know, my mom went to PA as well, and I found a way to express myself. You know, I found a vacuum to put it through. I feel like in my career, I felt like Brandon Roy, you know, like unheralded, and at times I felt like LeBron, like chosen one, you know, and I feel like in that dichotomy, I still can't look you in the face, man, and like, and you know, in the oscillates, you know, I felt like I had that raw talent going in. I felt like the first roles that I did a good job in, like Call Me By Your Name, A Beautiful Boy, that was all raw talent. There was no real process to it, you know, appreciate it. But that was just kind of messiness on screen, and I think it took a couple of years, and also the onslaught of fame and the attention and the intensity of it. Again, I could look at LeBron, his career, first couple of years in Cleveland, and I didn't have a process, you know, no way to deal with that. I feel like a complete unknown, and Marty Supreme, these are the first times I actually had a process and a way to, I don't want to say an artistic process, I want to discount my other work. It was the first time I really locked in a big way, turning your phone off, you know, during an entire production, and I mean, I'm doing 8 years of history right now in like 5 seconds. That's the short arc of it.
I got a question, like, we get a lot of, like, fan questions, you know, a lot of kids that, you know, we all grew up in different environments, obviously growing up in Canada, we growing up in Ohio, we growing up in New York City. We all have, like, sports aspirations. We want to be on the big stage and play sports. But what would you say, what would be your, you know, conversation to those kids with, like, you know, can you go with chasing another, you know, genre like you did now, like you're on big screen, you know, in movies. Your love for sports hasn't changed.
but you're able to still, love the game, be a part of the game, see the game, see at the next game all the time. But, your path, shows a different angle, but you're still doing the things that you want to do. So, like, a lot of kids, they feel like if one thing don't work out for them, and they feel like they don't have another option. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I love that question, man. I feel like I'm sitting here with LeBron James and Steve Nash, and like, yeah, you can be 138 pounds and have infinite aura. That's like my answer. No. But in all seriousness, like, I'm supposed to hit him with the humbleness and then I hit him with the craziness. But I feel like, I found my way in, and find your path, and I feel like it's hard today because the world encourages kids to be cynical, and it's a tough thing. Man, we're living in a crazy environment. For every reason, I think we're living in a fucked up time. Do not dream big. But that's why I love every Nike commercial you've ever done, because I feel like that's a way of saying to inspire kids, and to always follow those dreams, and like the way more than the game it made me feel when I was 13 when I was watching that, and it's just so important. And if you don't have that athletic gift like you guys have, you can find it in your own life.
So we spoke recently a little bit, and you were talking about how early in your career, you touched on it already today, how it was kind of like vibes and aura and raw feeling, and you were investing, as you said, early in your career. Talk about that, like when you got to LaGuardia and you started deciding how to be a dog. So what frame of mind were you in then? I'd love to get to where you are now.
Well, I feel like coming out of the youth athletics I was doing, and I had these coaches that were dogmatic and intense, and very orderly. And I felt like I felt a lot of my acting peers have that sort of same mentality. There were rules to follow. I immediately found my strength in not following any rules. Like, I felt very raw. That just carried me through high school. Any suspicion of anyone trying to push you in any direction. But then at some point, not in a movie like Musical Burr, or anything about something like Dune or The King or these bigger, or Wonka, these bigger things, all of a sudden you need to be able to flip it on. All of a sudden.
Just so I make sure. So when you started getting into acting, it was almost like a benefit for you to be new to be raw, to color outside the lines.
Yeah, absolutely. I also felt like no one, at least at 13, 14 years old, I didn't see anybody else doing that. I felt like everyone was kind of coloring in lines, and I felt like, oh, this is actually my superpowers, my fearlessness, my recklessness.
And you felt confident, like an innate confidence, like on stage or in classes.
Because I didn't have that athletic thing, like that was with girls or anything, that was my, sorry. All right, that was just my thing, was like that was my, it was like my only thing I really had going for me.
It was a superpower.
That was my superpower, exactly. And then, but to bring some organization to it, was kind of what brought me over the edge,
Could you explain, like, so you had the success, you had some incredible early films, success and accolades and acclaim, and what was the inflection point where you're like, oh, I just can't come out here and act on vibes anymore?
I think it was, that's a great question, man. I mean, I feel like The King and Dune were really eye-opening to me, because I could see, Rebecca Ferguson was this amazing actress, over Josh Brolin, Oscar Isaac, they could flip it on a switch. I was selfish. At that point, the roles were coming to me like Beautiful Warriors, when they were super naturalistic. And here, all of a sudden, I had to shapeshift, and flip it on the dime, so I realized I need a process, I need to find a way to bring these muscles to life when I need them in my life.
Think about the scale of like doing the scale of doing. Like I'm assuming, sorry, for the fight here, but assuming.
Katie is a cheat code. I can literally do that every single time. Like literally, quite literally.
$80, $100 million apparatus around you. Like it's Ross playing a high school game and playing a regular season game and playoff. Do you feel the weight of that?
Absolutely, you feel the financial pressure, the commercial pressure of a $200 million movie, but also, the eyes on set. I love what you just said, it's a studio environment, like Coming by Names. I deal with the county countryside, and there, you got all these eyes on you, and the expectations, especially on the first Dune. In Hollywood, they can greenlight a movie, a $200 million movie, right? If it doesn't work, you're sort of cooked, or it'll take you a while to get that opportunity, so.
And that was going to be one of my questions, too, because, like, for us, in our profession, if we go out one night and we play, like, shit, well, we know we got one the next night, or one that's less than 48 hours later.
Right.
So, like, what's your mindset knowing that, like you just said, like, if I don't go out and I give shit A+++ effort and have this process and go out and kill this fucking role, then, boom, I'm going to be cooked. And the roles that may be coming to me that I thought would come to me, maybe go to somebody else. So now, like, do you benefit that to, like you said, do you benefit that now to, like, the process? The fact that you had this new movie that come out, Murder Supreme, and doing one and doing two, those things, those bigger movies, is that when you got away from the message to the process, that was you feeling the pressure of saying to yourself, oh shit, these are bigger roles, or if I don't make these things happen, if I don't kill these roles, then somebody else may come for it?
Yeah, both. And also the confidence that's come from the success of prior projects. But, man, the best way to answer that, I don't know, I get jealous of athletes. I was thinking about this on the way here, because you have the camaraderie in the locker room, and also your coaches are your coaches, and a director is not a coach. They're not there to take care of you mentally. Not that your coaches are there to take care of you mentally, but they're there to put a project together. And I think it's a solitary process getting better. Like, I don't know for you, like in the offseason, you feel like you're doing your best work to get better alone or with a specific coach?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I found joy and a lot of like locking mentality on both. I understand me personally along my journey that I am my biggest critic. So
LeBron, how do you do it, man? How did you do it? I mean, his
decide what my career should look like or how I should play or whatever.
LeBron's like not wanting to do something ratio to doing it anyway has to be like 95%, bro. Through 20 years, it has to be. You can't be this good for this long and not be damn near perfect at everything you do. It's impossible. It's impossible. I know it's impossible. I know it's impossible. Thank you, 2K, for fuck. Nah.
That nobody can put more pressure on me than myself. I hold myself more accountable than myself. But it is good along the process to have people that you can go to and throw things off of. And people just will just listen. Sometimes you don't even need a voice to come back to you. So I hope that you have it. I hope that you have that person that you can either throw things to them, they can throw things back to you, or you just got a soundboard to throw things to people, and they don't even need to say anything. It's just allowing you to express what may be going on with you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So,
when did you shift? When was there a moment early in your career, or maybe from the jump, you were in mind?
No, when I went to Miami. When I went to Miami in 2010, that's when it shifted for me.
I'm so mad, man. I wanted you to come to Knicks so bad. I was so mad, man.
I got a story that I'll tell you backstage about this, about that New York situation. No, but like, if you think, a lot of people kind of follow my journey. Once I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 16, at 17. I was on a national stage on ESPN, at 17. And then I got drafted to basically my hometown team. I grew up in Akron, Ohio, 30 minutes south of Cleveland. Okay, I hear you back there. So my first 25 years of existence basically was at home. So even when I was a professional for the Cavs, I was still living in Akron. So I knew every street, I knew every road, I knew every restaurant, I knew everything that had to do.
That was comforting? Like, really helped a lot, or were you like, is that enough?
No, I think it was comforting, but you never know, because when you're comfortable, you don't know if you're uncomfortable or not, because it's just been my life. So it took me to get uncomfortable going to Miami and experiencing something new for me to tap into something I didn't even know I had, or I knew I wanted. I knew I wanted to win a championship, but it took me to go to Miami to kind of learn myself.
How old were you?
25.
What was that like?
I don't recommend anybody go to Miami at 25. If you don't have...
Yeah, save it. Yeah, save it. Yeah, save it.
I had a strong mindset.
Save it, Brian. Save it, Brian. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You know you still fuck them whores, Brian. You know you still fuck them whores. You know you fuck them whores, Brian. Bro, I know he still fucked them whores. He know it. Savannah know it. Yeah.
Start tapping into things that was just uncomfortable. Something that I didn't even know I could do. But who's going to hold me more accountable than myself, as I continue to mention? So just, through a whole playoff run, I would just turn my phone off completely. If my loved ones want to get in contact with me, Randy was with me every day. Maverick would be around, a lot of the times. They want to get in contact with me, they can call them. And if it was an emergency, they would come, if we was on the road, they come knock on my door.
Yeah.
I knew it was an emergency. Other than that, nobody could get in contact with me for 2.5 straight months. And I was just doing a lot of reading, a lot of reflection, a lot of meditating on what I wanted to accomplish, what I wanted to accomplish. And it had nothing to do about,
you reading, right?
naysayers or what we call it.
Yeah, I know you was reading.
People that down shit on you and to make themselves feel better. It was never about that. It was, what can I get out of my career? And that's what I did.
And I got that straight from LeBron, turn your phone off thing. That started on Complete Unknown, but also on Marty Supreme. Just that time is sacred to shoot the movie, and inspired hugely by LeBron, but also other people I've heard say that, the phone's the easiest distraction now. And it's just such a gift. I love that you said, how can I make myself uncomfortable? I can relate to that so deeply. Like, what kind of austere setting, severe mindset can you put yourself in and push yourself over the edge,
Pushing those boundaries.
You guys both, or Steve, you play with Kobe. I know you play with Kobe on the national team. I feel like he epitomized that. I never really got to know him on a personal level, but I feel like he epitomized that. I don't know if you guys can speak to that at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Super driven. As you guys are, and I think it's interesting. I always think of it as like, so for example, you're going into Dune. There's a $200 million movie. There's pressure not only to perform, there's also pressure for the career applications. So then you extrapolate that back to the beginning and you say, okay, I got to prepare for this role. I got to show up ready to perform. That's same thing. LeBron goes to Miami. He teams up with D-Wade. He has to be ready to go in the playoffs, right? So that informs your preparation. I always think of it as like, there's a balance between tension and freedom. Like you have to have that tension, those nerves, that anxiety that pushes you, and then the freedom to let go and perform.
Oh man, you nailed it. I mean, that's where an athletic and artistic approach matches up in the same way too, man. You just nailed it. Definitely on Marty Supreme, but also the last Dune I just shot this past summer. You over prepare. You're too prepared.
Oh, he already shot Dune. Oh my gosh.
Because I know how prepared I am. I don't know what the exact basketball metaphor would be, but maybe it's a play that's drawn up and then.
Yeah, I would go back to my high school coach. He would always say, "Listen, yeah, we're gonna practice hard as hell. We're gonna make practice hard as hell every single day because it's gonna make games that much easier." And I think that's what it's all about. I think that's what clicked in my head about just the process. Like, if you go out and prepare yourself and you're process oriented and you also visualizing what it's going to look like, visualizing being in that moment, visualizing being at, living in your own vessel, like right then and there. I think once the director say action or once the jump ball happens, boom, it's like, I already know what I'm doing. I'm locked in. I'm already, because I've been here already. I've already visioned this. This is already written. Where everybody else is thinking and they're just watching it for the first time or seeing it for the first time. No, I've already been here. So you guys gonna see they talk about in our sport the zone. How does it feel when you're in the zone? I never had the answer to it. I always say it's like I always talk about the Bruce Leroy effect. Like I have that effect, like that glow over me. It's like, yeah, what I'm saying? So it's like when you have that, it's hard to explain what the zone is. But for people that's been process oriented and people that tap in on so many, it's amazing too. Unbelievable.
Yeah, amazing.
A legend right there, ain't he? He knows what the process is about too, so it's a beautiful thing.
Let me ask you both then, was there a period in life, and I think for athletes it's harder than artists because the window's a little bit shorter where you feel like you didn't have that process as locked in. You joked about Miami at 25. When we had our Zoom the other day, you said maybe there were times you weren't taking care of yourself after the game. When did you learn to take care of yourself without saying any names? You could point at a laundry list of guys who never learned to take care of themselves and let their careers kind of fall by the wayside.
I mean, for me, I was always had to outwork people, so I always put in the work. I'd be there early, I'd stay late, but I also like to have fun. And so there was a time, I think, when I realized, okay, I'm not good enough to get where I want to go. Losing, getting beat by somebody, that's what changed some of those behaviors, right? Ain't going out with my friends too much, right? I was always going to go back and be the first one in the gym in the morning, but you can't do both. And so there was a time when I think I realized, like, if I want to take that next step, and the next step, and the next step, I had to cut some of this stuff out, be more focused, leave no stone unturned. When you think you just had a good workout, be paranoid.
Good defense.
That wasn't good enough. Like, I think I'm in shape, and not in shape. That kind of mentality.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
I talked for 2 hours about the ways that I either tricked myself, convinced myself at an inflection point in my life where, because I was always obsessed with it, but I was also having fun or distractions or the places where I needed to.
No way he got to that.
Like, if I want to get everything I can out of myself, and some of the stuff doesn't fit in the picture. I'm sure it's a similar situation for you as you mature.
No, absolutely. I mean, me personally, I was getting early in my career, my first 7 years in Cleveland, I was getting out of my career some of the goals that I set out for myself. All-star appearances, Rookie of the Year, MVP, All-Star Game MVP, whatever the case may be. But I've always been a team aspect guy. I grew up being about the team, and the most ultimate team success is a championship. So if I'm not completely locked in, completely determined on that as well, then I feel like I was failing myself too. So just seeing other ways I could be better. If it was something that, got to the finals one time, or got to the Eastern Conference Finals a couple times, lost a bunch of games, and it just never was, losing has never been satisfying for me. Because I had won at every single level. Doesn't matter if it's little league, to middle school, to high school, I won at every level, and I wanted to win at the highest level. So, it was just about, like you said, just reshaping, sacrificing something in order to get the bigger, the bigger prize out of it. So, that was it for me.
I think for us, we have to, in sports, at least in team sports, you have to balance the ego and the team and reconcile the two, right? You have to reconcile your own individual wants, needs, growth within the team landscape. I'm interested in your perspective. How do you reconcile the competitive side of being career-driven with the artistic side? It's subjective, it's an art, and at the same time, it's an incredibly cutthroat career.
Well, the competitive side is keeping me grounded, I feel like. And to that extent, how many roadmaps in front of me are really healthy to look at? I would say few. And I can see a lot of roadmaps, heroes of mine that don't end in a particularly put together form.
Can you give some names?
No, but I feel like, again, that's why I'm envious in sports. You have the camaraderie of the locker room, the high pressure stakes of Hollywood, and you see people crack, it's almost like we're anticipating that sometimes. And so I feel like a competitive edge keeps me grounded, it keeps me goal-oriented. We talked about this on the Zoom. I see two traps. One is a life of indulgence. Partying is not even the right expression, just indulgence. Let's say the other trap is like paranoia, like I'm going to hold on to what I have for dear life because I don't want to, but I'm in the middle path. It's just I want to keep shining and building and going forth, and
Are we your first guest? Let me ask that question.
Around 21.5 points a game. Here's Shepard for three. Shot's no good. Made four, he's missed four. Magic trail by 6. And Carroll passes to Foster.
They lost contact. Okay. All right. Okay, well, got to secure the perimeter, so don't take it wrong. All right. Oh, good. Fence will stop a walker in about 3 or 4 seconds, but it's overloaded if we leave the husks.
Plays like that one can make the difference in a close game. And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too. And you can feel the jolt of energy that he's sent to his team that isn't used in a tight game like this. He's been playing great.
Some names?
No, but I feel like, again, that's why I'm envious in sports, because you have the camaraderie of the locker room, the high pressure stakes of Hollywood, and you see people crack, it's almost like people.
What are you going under it for, bro? Like, bro?
So I feel like a competitive edge keeps me grounded, because it keeps me goal oriented. As we talked about this on the Zoom, I see two traps. One is a life of indulgence. Partying isn't even the right expression, just indulgence. Let's say the other trap is like paranoia, like I'm going to hold on to what I have for dear life, because I don't want to. But I'm in the middle path. It's just I want to keep shining and building and going forth, and leaving it behind for the next guy. And it's why I love doing this for you guys. We don't have the same careers, but again, it's so inspiring. LeBron's been to me my whole career, my whole life, and something about even being in LA. LA lets you live like not in Delulu land, but a little like it lets you think of the biggest version of yourself, And being in New York sometimes. It's hard to dream like that because the living situation is harder. But in LA, you can kind of visualize the best version of yourself. You don't agree with that, man?
No, I agree. No. I just know how New Yorkers are. You guys are crazy.
You're definitely crazy. Definitely. Why don't you come to Knicks, man? 2010, man. Oh, come on. That would have been so good, man. Damn, man.
I got a question for you, Steve. As long as we've been doing this, I never asked you this question. Have you ever, I know you have, I have as well, do you ever, sit back and think, if you have played an individual sport, would you have gotten more or less out of your your ability, your career like?
Great question. It's not that I couldn't see success in an individual and maybe growing and eclipsing in a way that way, but there's something about being a part of a team that I just love so much, that meant so much to me, that gave me life, to want to see your teammates succeed. And you and I both play in very different ways, a similar way. We both want to make our teammates better. We want to see them thrive. We want to make the whole thing fit and work and find harmony between our teammates. Like, that's a big part of the motivation and joy, I think, for both of us. And so that feels like such a big hole in an individual sport. Having said that, there's ways, I think, like, I fell in love with tennis the last 9-10 years. So if I were to imagine that, like, you can put a team around you, create an environment, where you can make up for some of that in different ways. But I think having love
tennis is a crazy sport, bro. You have to be crazy to be good at tennis. Like, you actually have to be insane.
Practices, the road, the dinners, that just feels...
You're just out there on an island, bro.
I can't imagine not having it.
I agree.
And it's like, go figure it out.
You ever think about...
I do. I definitely would not still be playing football right now at my age. I'd have been done probably.
And it's fucking year round.
Prior to this.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Absolutely.
You have to be, I believe you have to be mentally insane to be good at tennis. Like, I don't know.
Aggression comes from.
That shit cannot be healthy.
11 years, my aggression has been wiped down since my daughter entered the world. She's kind of taken away all my aggression over the last 11 years. But, I love the sport. I think it's one of the most detailed, team sports, because every single body has a very intricate individual role. And
You fucking, I almost said it.
And you got to do something different the next play, and the next play, and the next play. And it's very challenging. It's very challenging playing football, but it was fun. It was very fun. The biggest challenge is just playing football in Ohio during the winter time. It is falling on that grass is definitely not something I look forward to. So I'm happy I fell in love with the indoor sport. That's for sure.
Let me flip back to you, Timmy. I think there's a role that fascinates me because I think there is a scoreboard, and that's a complete unknown. Like, to play an iconic figure, Bob Dylan, like, there is a scoreboard because everyone knows the role you have to then have people disappear into you as the character. How different is that from a role where you have no creative license you're still creative license, you have to bring this Bob Dylan to life and have to buy him, but you know what I mean? Like, how do you measure yourself up against a real walking icon?
Yeah, I love that you said scoreboard. That's kind of how it felt, because it feels like when you do a biopic of somebody who's beloved, we'll do a biopic about you, and they're definitely do a biopic about you, so get ready. In fact, I'll ask you after who you guys want to play you, but I felt like...
I think there's only one person on the stage you could play, personally. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Let's work on the script, man.
Okay.
You think I can play LeBron, man? Come on, man.
Well, if it started in like LeBron in second grade, when my career started.
Hey, man, I'll do it, man. There. LeBron was 5'10" in second grade. And he was white. No, I'm kidding. That was the fucking. No,
the winter time's really kicking his ass.
No sun in Ohio. No sun. Wow, that's an amazing idea. And the Oscar goes, no. For this? No. We got good chemistry, man. We should do a bit. No, I feel like I got too sophisticated response to that. We're in too good a flow now. I would just say I over-prepared the fuck out of everything to completely unknown. I felt like more emotional about it than anybody on set. I felt like I had the authority about the character. I felt like everything, I was in the bones of it. So if somebody threw shade at the movie, in the long run, I would know that I had the most magical experience in my life, And playing Bob Dylan, I don't know what the athletic metaphor would be. It'd be like if you got to, be Jordan, let's get in the GOAT conversation. No, kidding. It'd be like, of everything the last 3 months, this is the best highlight, man. This is number one. I don't care about any awards show or anything. This is like by far the greatest thing ever. LeBron's first game on the Heat in New York, I was there. I was booing the fuck out of LeBron. I said, oh, why should come to the Knicks?
That's probably why I played so well.
Exactly, yeah, he killed it. He crushed it. And by the end of the game, I was front row. I snuck down. I was next to Polo to Don, my Miami hip-hop producer, man. So if anybody could find that tape, I was front row by the end of the game.
Oh, it'll be found in probably about the next
Let's see,
20 minutes.
Find it.
But, sorry, we're having.
Sorry, Steve,
now
I
I want
threw
to
it off
get
now.
serious
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
But like, what does that look like? Like, take me back to like you get the role, and now like, how do you become Bob Dylan? Like, so, and this is like, let me frame this in two ways. In I want to hear about Bob Dylan, but I also want to hear about acting. Like, I know what LeBron and I do, what an off season looks like, what pre-practice routine looks like, what trying to add something to our game looks like. For an actor, what does that look like? Like between roles, like are you in the mirror practicing? Are you creating characters? Like how does an actor improve their skills the way we are always trying to add something to our game or become more consistent so that we can perform?
Great question, man. I would say it's less looking at movies and more looking at real life. Jack Fisk, the production designer of Marty Supreme, he says he never pulls from another movie because you're already you're pulling from watered down life. If you pull from another movie, you got to go see real life. I feel like the off season for an actor is you don't destroy yourself. That's how low the stakes are. That's how low the requirement is and how high the stakes are. And I'm not trying to be preachy about mental health and acting and all that, or just in the artist community. People do not take care of themselves, you know, and I could put, that's been me at times, you know, and so the responsibility is don't destroy yourself. If you don't destroy yourself, you've won 95% of the battle. And then now, in the last 3 years, 4 years, moving to LA, the healthy lifestyle I have, you know, I'm locked in. I'm really, I got this rare gift, you know, to be working on projects at the highest level. So I want to seize it, you know. I could be one of a million people living a nice lifestyle, you know, that earned a nice living for themselves. I should have gotten into insurance banking if I wanted to live it like that. But if I'm going to be an actor, if I'm going to be in front of the world and live this weird lifestyle, I might as well try to make great things, you know. Look at the way he's guarded his career and his you know, all the championships. I go back to Kobe again, man. That Kobe stuff doesn't happen with him partying, you know. And that's why I took that approach on Marty Supreme too. You're never trying to be outwardly antagonistic on set. But if we're all taking pay cuts to be here, we might as well like really go extremely hard, you know, and be very intentional about what we're doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, clap it up, yo. That's it. So, well, I mean, while you guys were having that conversation and you were talking, I had a question pop in my mind for you. Like, do you think the motivation and like the determination and everything about that's happened in your life so far, like when it comes to like the process and everything, whatever the case may be, do you think your motivation and your drive has...
Hold on, bro.
You guys should try to make friends with Andy and Brenda while I'm gone.
Well, that's easy. I got charm coming out of my ass.
Yeah, that's real
Oh,
charm,
fucking
Dad.
way.
Worse than a dog.
Since Doug ate half the biscuits on the way to get us, I haven't
Really?
been back. I still don't think we should be trying to stay here.
Doug ate half the biscuit?
Ugly. Gang, you ugly. Gang, stop, gang. You ugly. Doesn't need an easy one.
I guess a few of us could camp out here and chat. If there's not enough room in the house for all of us.
Great shooter. Keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special. Howard finds Bane. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Şengün. Rockets trail by 7. Okogie, the pass to Şengün. shot clock. Pass to Shepard. Up and over Carter. Then Shepard missing. Magic leading by 7. Down low. Here's Butler. Oh, misses the dunk.
Trying to get spicy and totally whipped. We will begin this show with breaking news. Into Sports Center, our NBA insider Shams Charania joining us now. Shams, you've got news on Jason Tatum. What do you have?
Jay, sources tell me that Jason Tatum has been fully cleared to play this season and is expected to make his season debut for the Celtics on Friday at home at TD Garden against the Dallas Mavericks. This comes less than 10 months after he underwent surgery for a ruptured Achilles tendon. And in the last 24 hours, Tatum has been described to me as ready to go. He's checked all the boxes. The Celtics have not pressured him throughout this process, throughout his rehab. They've allowed him to be in the driver's seat and lead this. And he's been playing 5-on-5 for well over the last month, increasing his conditioning, increasing the strength in his Achilles, his calf, his feet. And now with 19 games left in the Celtics season, the team that's trying to contend for a championship, Jason Tatum is on his way back, likely on Friday.
Man, less than 10 months is not a typical recovery for Achilles. He's way ahead of schedule. What's been behind his rehab?
Jason Tatum made it his mission to play this season. So you think about ever since the day he underwent surgery, he set a goal for himself. He had daily 2-3 sessions for his rehab. It's a strenuous process, and my understanding is he traveled to every road game. He attended every practice for the Celtics this season. And so now 295 days after the injury, 294 days after surgery, he is set to return. And he has championship aspirations. He has aspirations of contending and competing. You think about him and Jaylen Brown. They are as successful as a young duo as we've seen in this NBA. They've been to 5 conference finals, 2 NBA finals, 1 championship together. And Jason Tatum is trying to come back late here this season to try to lift this team in this championship contention.
All right, Shams Charania with the latest. Jason Tatum is back. Thank you, sir. Breaking news from the NBA. Shams Charania reporting Jason Tatum is expected to make his season debut for the Celtics tomorrow against...
I'm trying to keep it down, but you keep screaming.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He told his players, "We are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game."
Okay, thanks, Allie. Prolific from deep in the first half. He's trying to continue that. Pass to Banchero. Wagner outside. Now here's Carter. And here's Banchero. No good on the triple. He hit 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
I want Reed on the backside and KD. Shit, I ain't gonna say nobody. What?
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going. Carter, high post.
Oh, what the fuck? No, don't make that. I was about to say.
The Rockets on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Durant. Over Howard. And it's Houston.
Come on, Kay.
Scoring again. In the mid-range, Durant is deadly as ever. Easy money sniper, putting up a little silky jumper. Carter can't get it to go. Houston has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts.
Come on.
Nice shot by Okogie. If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay. Pass to Howard. Back to Payne. Another miss.
They're choking. They're choking.
The Rockets lead by 3. And they've been producing at a high level. No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Oh my God. So,
The kick to Durant. Here's Shepard beyond the arc.
Oh my God, saw that. Yes, sir.
Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. De Silva comes in for Howard. And then for Houston, Smith, he's checked in for Finney Smith. Eason comes in for Okogie. And it's Amin Thompson in for Shepard. On the wing, Durant. Şengün, the screen. Pass to Eason.
No.
Into the lane. It's Eason with the jam.
Why the fuck would I pass it to him? I'm there.
Eason pulls it in. Eason's got 4 rebounds in the game. The Rockets lead by 5. Inside. Outside Durant. Lets it go from deep.
Stupid.
What else would you expect? And defensively, what can you really do against KD right there?
What the hell is going on?
Outside Payne. Carroll in the post. Durant's there. And Carroll no good. The Rockets have gotten a total of 15 during the fourth quarter. That's good from Smith. I kind of like how energetic Jabari Smith is. A young guy who is fired up and ready to prove to the entire league just how good he can be. Black's checked in for Carter. How prolific a scorer is KD? He and LeBron are the only players ever to score 40 against every team. That is both incredible and not surprising. The ease in which KD puts up huge scoring numbers is nothing like anything we've seen. And it's slammed in by Carter. You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there. And here's Thompson.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with this man?
Thompson, that boy's gonna hit his head on the rim one day. Oh, well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T.
They sold this game, I'm not gonna lie.
And so it's Ben Carroll who brings it up for the Magic. It's a 10-point game. Fires the 3. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 6th rebound.
Like, is this that shit working? Is YouTube down on me? I don't know what the fuck just happened with this shit.
That could alter the championship landscape. The long-awaited return of Jason Tatum is upon us. Almost 300 days since tearing his Achilles tendon in the 2025 playoffs, Tatum is ready to return to the Celtics. And of course, no one better. Shams Charania is here with us now. What is the latest out of Boston, Shams?
MJ, I'm told that Jason Tatum has been fully cleared to make his season debut and play this season, and that's going to come with all expectations on Friday at home at TD Garden against the Dallas Mavericks. And like you said, 10 months, less than 10 months after surgery for ruptured Achilles tendon, and I'm told Jason Tatum is ready to go. He's checked all the boxes medically, mentally, and the Celtics have not pressured him throughout the process. They wanted him to be in the driver's seat and lead exactly when he comes back. But he's been doing 5-on-5 scrimmages for well over the last month, getting his conditioning up, and now with 19 games left in the season, he is ready to make his Celtics season debut.
A day that everyone has been waiting for, a game that will be right here on ESPN as well. What are the Celtics and the rest of the league watching as Tatum makes his return?
MJ, everyone is closely paying attention to the dynamics at play here because Jason Tatum is entering new grounds in this partnership and duo that he's had with Jaylen Brown. You think about what Jaylen Brown has done this season, singularly leading the Celtics into contention without a bona fide second star. And anyone that knows Jaylen Brown, he is as confident of a player and believes in himself as a player, a leader, and as an alpha. But anytime you add a second player back into the mix here, like Jason Tatum, this is a duo that's been super successful. 5 conference finals, 2 NBA finals, 1 championship together. This has the ability to catapult and vault this team into championship contention, but these are different relationships. It's a different dynamic that Jason Tatum is coming back into. They've gone from 2 stars to 1 star, doing it at a high level, now back to 2. How does that play out in these relationships is normal for any team to deal with, but there are different grounds, uncharted territory here for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum said it late summer. I do want to play again. As promised, he will be coming back. All right, Sean, thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. I'm MJ Acosta-Ruiz, and from Malika Andrews, our squad in the studio. Kendrick Perkins, Shanae Agumake, and Tim McMahon in the house. Guys, lots to get to. A lot of meat on this bone. The biggest question mark of the season is answered now. Jason Tatum will be back for the Boston Celtics. Burke, let's start with you. How is it bringing in a superstar like this back into the lineup when the team has been winning? I mean, this is really going to change the landscape of the conference.
It's as easy as me, you putting a plate of food in front of my face and telling me to finish it. That means I'm going to finish it. And look, I don't want to hear about is Jason Tatum going to be able to fit. There's still Joe Mazzulla's system.
Thank you.
There's still a team that gets up and down and spread the floor, isolation, shoot a lot of threes. What's changed? What's changed? Both of these guys played together and they both averaged almost 30 points a couple of seasons ago. What else is new? Jason Tatum is only going to add to this situation, which is scary, which is why I always say this is the most dangerous team in the entire league. Because they're a legit title contender with Jason Tatum, and now they have zero expectations.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, they're playing without money.
So earlier today I was asked, because there's a clip circulating, whose team is it, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum? I said it is Joe Mazzulla's team. He is the one who has orchestrated helping bring Jaylen Brown his game to an MVP level, and also his system works for Jason Tatum. They won a championship, and also, like, you think about it, it took me a while to come back from an Achilles injury, but he had time. He spent time in the G League. He spent time with his team playing 5-on-5, and the most important hurdle is
that's a steal, 3K.
There's no rush here. It's not like you have to come back in the playoffs when all the lights are on you. You still have 19 games left of the regular season while feeling confident in yourself, also knowing, I mean, I know his expectations are like, I'm going to be that guy. It might take some time. It might take 10 or so games. But the fact that he can ease his way into greatness at a point where his team is second in the East, I love this for him. And as long as he's good, the mind goes, the body follows. I'm excited to see his return.
Well, and I do think, as Perk alluded to, you have to have reasonable expectations. And whose team is it? Who cares? It was a championship team a couple years ago.
Right.
Got a chance to be a championship team again. But Jason Tatum is not going to come back and right away be the perennial All-NBA selection that he's proven himself to be. That's not realistic. 10 months off an Achilles. I assume there's going to be an administration. I assume there's going to be a ramp up. What he has an opportunity, though, as you said, about a quarter of the season almost, a chance to ramp up, a chance to elevate his play to as high a level as it can get going into the playoffs, but they don't need him to put a cape on and come rescue this team.
But the fact that he's coming back tells me everything I need to know. We're talking about 9 months. Anytime I hear 9 months, I think about pregnancy, not somebody coming back from an Achilles tear. Let me give Jason Tatum his flowers real quick, because people don't realize how hard it is to come back off an injury like this. I tore my ACL. The time you have to put in the gym, the mental aspect you got to have when you want to give up on the game of basketball. Sam Cassell, his assistant coach, told me that they literally had to tell Jason Tatum, we're not coming in on Sunday, you won't be here either. Like, that's how much he was living in the gym. And people wondering, like, oh, it's taking this guy a certain amount of time, or he's taking the entire season off. The few things we do know. Jason Tatum don't drink, he don't smoke. All that is part of the process of recovering and healing quickly.
Let's dive into it, because we know what that path is. You get injured and then your rehab starts after your surgery. You are immobilized for 2 months. You can't go to the bathroom by yourself. You can't
Oh my
shower
God,
by
yeah,
yourself.
17 assists.
You're
What the
dependent
fuck?
on this process, because I went through the same thing with an Achilles. I slept in my parents' bedroom on their couch, and they took care of me for 2 months. Then finally, I was on crutches, on a boot, weight bearing. Finally, that felt like freedom. Then I learned how to walk again. Then I was on a treadmill again. It was a non-weight bearing treadmill where I started off at 20% body weight, then 40% body weight, then 60, then 80, and then all of a sudden it feels like you're in a pool, and you step out of a pool and you're at gravity again. Mind you, we're people that are taught that we can fly, we can run, we can jump. Then you have to go back to bouncing a ball. And that felt so natural for you for your entire life, and now you're stepping into a place where not only are you bouncing the ball, but people say you're great, you're one of the best, and you want to be that exact same thing. So I know 9 months is impressive, but more impressive is the fact that he believes he can help his team when they're #2 in the East, and they have a shot at something, and he's not going to bypass that. I love this for JT.
Yeah, that mental aspect can't be discounted, and it's not for the weak. You either have that X factor in you, or you don't. Tim, how does this affect the rest of the East?
I mean, listen, the Celtics already established themselves as a legit contender, which, who didn't think it was going to be a gap year for Boston? Joe Mazzola didn't. If you weren't employed by that team, you basically thought it was going to be a gap year. They proved that wrong. And so this already is a team that put themselves in a position to be taken seriously. And now you're adding back a guy who's proven he can be a major part of the championship. So I think the Celtics are right in the thick. The Pistons, the Celtics, the Cavs, the Knicks. One of those 4 teams.
I wanna give this a 10-game appetizer.
Look at that first.
Kevin, that was a gritty road win. How do you evaluate your performance?
If anybody have the Celtics as the favorite, I'm not mad
it's
at
a
you.
tough place to play. You know, you hear the crowd. It was loud as soon as we stepped on the floor. So, you know, we're just trying to play our brand of basketball and just keep going.
The crowd had nothing on you, though. Congrats on the win.
But what I'm saying is, and you're talking about adding back your all-NBA players, right? I believe it's going to take 10 to 15 games before we actually see Jason Tatum of the old, right? But, hey, he might surprise us. He might come out in his debut and have a cool, solid 15 to 18 points. But I'm not mad at it. Look, I need to see 10 games, but I might switch up here in 10 games and say that Celtics or less has leapfrogged the Detroit Pistons.
My final question for you guys, Tim and Perk. I still don't put championship expectations on the squad, because what they're navigating is very difficult. Adding a piece this late in the season, also a piece that's trying to work his way back. We all thought that they could surprise some teams. I'm not saying that we agree with the favorites there, but like you said, they're probably the most dangerous because you don't know what to expect. You can get that caliber, or you can get something else.
Yeah, the sleepy ones, but they've not been sleepy at all. That's been the season so far for them.
Well, what's interesting, you guys, is that we've been waiting for this moment, and we all...
Yo, what up? This is 7 p.m. post game presented by FanDuel. You know what time it is. Time to talk about some current day hoops. And yo, one of the most fascinating teams right now in the NBA, Melo, I'll probably say is the Boston Celtics, right?
Yes.
Second in the East. Jaylen Brown's playing like an MVP. And looks like Jason Tatum's coming back, which is incredible. Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
Aside from the excitement of just seeing Tatum
Hope he
back,
good,
just
bro.
playing ball again,
Genuinely.
and the Celtics looking as good as they are, JB's kind of stepped up and become a franchise player, and Jason Tatum is kind of stepping back into a team that's already been playing very well without him. You know what I mean? So obviously,
Good thing JT is a pick and play player.
But in the basketball sense, how tricky is it bringing a star player back to a team that's like already in rhythm and already rolling? Like
With
that?
Joe Mazzulla leading it?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
If you don't establish it early, right? If you don't communicate that to everybody early, right? If everybody got to be in alignment.
Yeah.
From
the young boy got to be cool with